Here, they want to play music.
Elite, and they fucking everyone like you and me. That ain't race, color, or creed. It's predatory greed. And if we don't act, might not be around and free for much longer. Reps get the strip real fast while we fight each other. They want us just like that. We so divided by religion, color, and class.
You got every single one of them. Save some for everybody.
I can't hide myself. Humans be human. They're just Q Howard. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. America is slowly dying. Never self-inflicted wounds of a weapon that we're supplying. The past seeds of hatred and racism.
See, I got my own music. Fucking tyrants.
Meanwhile, the project is more violent, and the Democratic Party stays silent. That's poverty pimping. That's from politics of poverty tripping. And they pay to the poor communities to get moral impunity. Capitalism is a black man's hell, but Marxism comes from Europe as well. It's not African. So pick a side to collect from. We run away from one slave master into the arms of the next one. And every 2 to 4 years they pump fear, and we auction up our vote in exchange for some false hope. Listen, it's that blatant. Enslave us through taxation. Send money to Ukraine and you paying at the gas station.
Look, another kid's unsecured. You know how that shit works. Badges grant extra rights. In the 90s, I locked up our people for coke. Now he's using taxpayer dollars to buy so niggas can smoke. I'm gonna see the contradiction, or you too busy double tap dancing to pay attention. This is legislative lynching, economic Jim Crow. They see our violence is spiritually poor.
You guys jump in here with him.
Beyond the music, they crime is defined still how juveniles are prosecuted. We prostitute ourselves for the wealthy. It's not healthy. Fly across country for protests just to get a selfie. Meanwhile, the news outlets exploited and traditional black values get voided. It happens considerably. Attack the fam, crack the validity. Keep the fathers unemployed, destroy black masculinity. Keep the mothers out the house, let the boys run willingly. And let the streets raise them and hate them to be brazen. It's basically by design. We reside in public housing. Throw us a couple crumbs and we succumb to those surroundings. Perpetuated by educators and pastors. Stockholm syndrome. We fell in love with our own captors. Mass shooters we captured and take it into custody. And black assailants make detainment truly it's a luxury. I never see that there's a power imbalance. Cowards accept the malice and challenge it ever was against your palate. They say nothing is insurmountable. Cause everybody's sensitive and nobody's accountable. Everybody's sensitive cause nobody's infallible. Never let it disparage you. Welcome to America. I swear to tell Q Howard.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work, or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys at Nicholsworth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers. We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely huge.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happens to the home of the brave. Motherfuckers think you're doing this now, but no one's talking about how the world is trying to be slaves. And everybody's just walking around.
264CNW.
Give me one, whoever's a driver and knows where your car's at.
That the government releasing poison in the air. That's the reason I collect so many guns in my land. I ain't never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah, they stay sign on. They just bring it proudly. George Bush's grandson, the violence to Crowley. They want you to believe a lot of the enemy Saudi. The enemy is Saudi, the enemy around me. There's fluoride in the water, but nobody know that. It's also a prominent ingredient in Prozac. How could any government bestow that?
See you later, you violating oath piece of shit. See what I mean about the doxing? One of your own employees, just straight out doing it. Free speech, shut the fuck up, don't talk to me. You don't like the First Amendment, move to Korea, move to Russia, move somewhere else. Yeah, well, if you'd honor your oath, you would never had a camera in your face. Wouldn't shoot unarmed people. Fire somebody for First Amendment protected activity. You know, tyrant shit. Yeah, bunch of bootlickers. Pick a boot. He needs them cleaned. He's got some dirt on him. Lick them bitches right clean. Yeah, back that blue till it happens to you, buddy. No, what I hate is being thrown into a jail cell that you had me transferred into Marion County.
I got some news for you.
I don't care what your news is.
Oh, you will care because you already care. You turned the recorder on if you want to. I got news for you.
Uh-huh.
You will go to Marion County Jail every time you land in my jail.
Really?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Every time, huh?
Every time.
Uh-huh. So I know you are. You had me locked up with murderers, rapists, pedophiles, gang members, and everything else for a B misdemeanor. They put me in a 23-hour lockdown cell for a B misdemeanor. You did it.
No,
Yeah, thank you.
No.
Nah. You ain't taking it from me. That's theft.
Oh, that's all right. Okay.
Look, sheriff trying to steal something from me. Look, I told you he's a thief.
Hey, Marion County Jail is where you land every time you land in my cell because...
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Uh-huh.
I'm the sheriff. I'm in control of that.
Yep. Just remember, you're going to end up in the fucking prison. I ain't never been to prison. Get your facts straight before you start running your mouth. Never been to prison, hooker.
And,
For what?
hey guys,
AKA contempt of cop.
you can go to his channel and he averages 0 likes.
I told you, I don't care about the likes. Told you. Well, if you notice, I told him earlier, I don't care about the likes. They played the music so it would try to demonetize me, so I played my own music. I don't give a shit about the music. I don't care about the likes. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There's more people than you think watching them.
He's more famous than you.
Yeah, because he shot an unarmed black man for kicking a door, for begging for water. That's how he's famous.
I don't have to tell you
Yeah?
things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. Can you like not record me? Thanks.
What, is there an expectation of privacy all of a sudden? Is there an expectation of privacy in public? Life's a bitch, ain't it? I guess you should go home and hide. Well, I mean, you don't want to be on camera. Don't talk to the cameraman.
You're fucking recording yourself.
Well, because you're talking to me, dumbass.
Whatever's going on, don't call me a dumbass.
Well, it's kind of obvious. Don't want to be on film. Stop talking to me.
Who are you? Like, no one knows you.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, then
They will.
We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is please, please, leave us alone in our
Yeah?
Hey, sir.
my toaster and my TV and my steel built.
What now?
You good?
Just leave us
Are
alone.
you okay?
The shit already left.
Are you troubled? What's
I want you to get mad. What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this.
Yeah? I got some fucking nuts you can lick.
Politicians, teachers, lecturers. We are in a country.
You think because you're cussing me in another language that, you know,
Like, who are you? No one knows you.
you leave.
You're not getting any likes. Just leave. I won't subscribe to your channel.
Don't have to. Don't care if you do.
Are you subscribing? Are you subscribing? Oh, you might? Give it a dislike.
I don't care. Give it a don't like. Help the algorithm. Whether it fucking gives it a don't like or a like, I don't give a fuck. Just remember, don't move. I'm doing a documentary about retards.
Oh, yeah.
No, you guys are the ones on it.
You should record yourself too.
Oh, I have.
Because you're the biggest retard here.
Really? Because I'm trying to exercise my rights and not go to jail for victimless crimes that I've never done.
You should be happy that you're living. You should be happy that you're living. People in my country are not living the same life that you're living.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't give me that bullshit about other countries and how the people are living when our fucking country is the one fucking taking care of most other countries. Don't even go there.
Huh?
What is your country doing to fucking help this country?
They're not doing shit.
Exactly. Our country is fucking tougher than your countries.
No.
Yeah, bullshit. Really? Oh, okay.
I promise you.
Yeah, whatever.
If it wasn't for us,
Tag me in that and I'll tag you in mine. Serious.
if it wasn't for us, you guys won't have that much money. I promise. Yeah, you go to the Arab country and you ask them, and they will tell you that they give money to the U.S.
If you knew half the shit that was really going on in this country, you wouldn't be saying stuff like that. And I agree, though, you know, with some of the stuff that you just said about the countries. You know, but your countries are a lot richer than what people are leading us to believe.
No, the country that I used to live at is rich, but my hometown, I'm not rich.
I'm not saying the hometown, I'm saying the countries
People are
themselves.
suffering.
Yeah, but
are suffering.
and why? The same reason what we got going on here. Tyrants.
No,
Taking over.
No, we just don't have the economy is bad. Our economy is bad.
And why would your economy bad? Think about that.
Huh?
What'd they do? Take away your guys' guns right off the bat first thing?
It has nothing to do with cops or police.
I didn't say that. I said, did they take away your guys' right?
I can't hear the music.
Did they take away your guys' rights to bear arms?
Always so what?
Do you have a right to bear arms in the country you're from?
Do I have what?
The right to bear arms.
What do you mean?
To have a weapon, a firearm.
No. You don't.
See? That's why your country that you're from does what they do to you.
Because we don't have any violence.
They take away and do what they do to you because you don't have any guns to defend yourself.
If you do something wrong in this country, then you deserve to go to jail.
Exactly.
Like they don't take you to jail for no reason.
No, exactly. If you do something wrong, you're right, 100%. Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree, 100%. When you do something that's illegal, you should go to jail. You're right. Totally agree.
So what's making you mad?
Because I went to jail for words.
For words?
Constitutionally protected words. Think about that, words.
Okay.
Wouldn't you be pissed? Especially if you were thrown in with murderers, rapists, pedophiles, gang members, motherfuckers doing life, locked in a 23-hour lockdown cell. You heard him, he's gonna put me there every chance he gets. Just like the black man who was kicking the fucking door the same week I was in there, begging for water. Sproul shot him 4 fucking times and gave him 86 stitches for his safety, and then threw him in a prison until his court date.
Okay, I'm sorry that you have to go through that, but it's not our problem that you're recording us and just like.
Well, I wouldn't have been recording you, but like I said, you interacted with me, So I automatically put the camera on anybody who interacts with
We just told
me.
you like there's no point like to record and like start this whole argument and shit, and you just go.
Wasn't arguing with you guys. I was talking to him. You interjected. He interjected. It doesn't make a difference. Earlier when I was talking to Sproles, he didn't interject. He said hello, nodded. I nodded and said hello back.
Well, we're usually nice to people no matter.
And so am I. I treat people the way I want to be treated.
That's what Jesus said to do.
Right, you know, but what I'm getting at, no offense to telling you to shut the fuck up earlier, it's not you in general, it's just that when I get people, when I'm trying to do something that I know is constitutionally protected, especially the only job on the planet that's constitutionally protected, and then I go to jail for it, I mean, it's not right.
What'd you say to him that caused all that?
I didn't say anything to him, I said something to someone else who was violating my rights, and I was talking about them dripping all over the Constitution. The judge twisted my words and said that I was talking about some woman's private parts and made me out to be a pervert and a pedophile. Never once looked at any video. They just automatically threw me in a jail cell.
24 hours or something?
Oh no, for fucking 3 months.
Oh, wow.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you have to go through that.
I mean, think about that. I mean, really, say you turn around and you call him a cunt, for example, and all of a sudden Sproles rolls up. I'm just saying, you know, just in general, you know what I mean? That's constitutionally protected. Some countries, a cunt's a fucking friend.
Yeah.
I mean, don't believe me, look it up.
I'm sorry that you
I mean, but it's,
I mean, like,
believe me, I'm sorry I went through it. I shouldn't have to come out here and, like earlier, I tried talking to him. I walked up to him and I just asked Sproles right off the bat, when can we finally sit down and make an appointment? I had someone steal a bunch of my rifles and pistols, all my construction tools. You know, basically put me out of business. I do construction for a living. You know, so the guy puts me out of business, and then on top of it, he steals my Second Amendment. And what's messed up is that 2 of the police officers who bought the guns work for Sproles. They won't take no reports. They refuse to do their jobs.
They bought the stolen guns?
Yeah, Bill Palmer and he's got one. I think he's got my rifle, and I think
yeah, we don't know much.
I forgot his name. Animal Control.
That's pretty much John. I don't know.
You know, I mean, when I first met John, I mean, I thought he was all right, but I go to him and I try to make a complaint to him and try to report crimes. He told me to wait 2 weeks, go make an appointment. Yeah. That's not right. You know, and I'm like, that's the only reason I'm recording these guys.
He's a pretty reasonable dude for the most part. I'm just saying, I've known him since high school.
He's been violating my rights left and right. And what's messed up though is I show him the law.
Is it just the presentation? Because I feel like when you first saw you guys get together, it seemed like it was kind of heated all of a sudden.
No, like I said, if you notice, it started to get heated, but like I said, when I first walked up to him, I just asked him and said, hey, I said, I know you're busy. I said, but when can we get a chance? I said, set up an appointment. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. And walked away from me. I'm like, what? Right there, I mean, that's the whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't come when you're called. You don't correct your officers or your deputies for, you know what I mean, violating their oath. I've been trying to do FOIA requests on my own information, my own stuff, just to find out who it was that literally sent me to Marion County, and then Coxsmooch there just admits it. So he saved me the FOIA request on that part. But see, what's messed up though is I have everything that they've done to me. I have the laws for everything they've done to me, and I've got one hell of a lawsuit. They keep trying to tell me, oh, all he's looking for is a lawsuit. You remember when Josh Dunham went around here and burned down all the houses?
See, I'm not from around here. I don't.
There were six, seven apartments and houses that got burnt down here 1 year. The guy, his name's Josh Dunham. The mayor stood in front of my house with a big shit-eating grin across his face talking about, well, we deleted the water tower. And then when I realized that was my house on the news, he was standing in front of him with that big shit-eating grin. You know, they never told me. They never come and found me. When they let the guy out of jail, they never told me they let him out of jail. Dude should be in jail for the rest of his life, man.
I get it, man. I understand you're worked up too, and like, you know, my wife kept coming in and saying stuff, and you telling her to shut the F up.
That's why I apologize. That's why I just apologize, because it wasn't meant for her.
But you're worked up, I get it. But like, you know, that's not called.
I know, and that's why I apologize, because like I said, I've been trying to work on that, and
man, you know, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, you know, I'm not mad about it.
Right, but people, you know what I mean, around here are getting all bent out of shape me because I'm putting, you know, a camera in these guys' face, making me out to be the bad guy, and not realize what, you know, is going on. Nobody asks me. They just automatically jump to conclusions that I hate cops when my son is, you know, lieutenant, you know, police officer, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of haters out there that he's dealing with too.
You think,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but I mean, if I hated cops, though, you think I would take my only son and encourage him to become a police officer?
No.
I mean, right?
No.
I mean,
right. I've just heard like threats and everything, all kinds of crap that he's.
I've got cousins, you know, I mean, I got cousins that are judges. You know, I got all kinds of family members that are lawyers. My ex-wife's a lawyer. You know.
What do they think about your case? They
I already know I got a case. I just haven't been trying to. I keep trying to get them to. Same thing I told them from the beginning. Wipe this shit off my record. Clear this shit up. Clear my name. You know what I mean? Because if you look me up right now, it says that I was housed here in Henry County.
Yeah.
You heard him. He just admitted, yeah, I sent you to Marion County. The whole county thinks that I'm lying about being in Marion County. So I'm glad, honestly, he just admitted that on tape.
I get it. I feel like if you're doing the right thing, the camera shouldn't bother you because you're not doing anything wrong.
No, right. I was down here on 3 one night, and it was a pretty bad. Well, I can't really say it was pretty bad. It wasn't really a bad wreck, but there was a small wreck, and I passed it up. I figured, okay, I ain't gonna mess with that. You know what I mean? And then the next day, I turned around and I was crossed over there. Remember where the old Goodwill was? I was coming across there. Actually, no, right down here.
Maybe it is a car show.
Right down here where the used to be the Starbucks. Anyway, that parking lot right there, there was 7 or 8 sheriffs and a couple stadies and a couple city cops that had somebody pulled over down there, just one car, just some little old girl basically and her old man. And I'm looking at all these cops and I'm like, I got to get out for this, you know what I mean? Because basically the way it looked, man, I mean, that's a lot of cops for, you know, for 2 little tiny people, you know what I mean? So I get down there and I'm standing across the street. Next thing you know, these guys are barking orders at me when I've clearly not broken any laws, you know what I mean? They didn't have body cameras at the time. And if you think about it, you think that you would want a camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for their safety.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
They'll go around like he was just saying, oh, I just go around just to do this, you know, and I don't. If I did this full time, I'd have a lot more than a couple thousand videos of these guys.
It's about de-escalation, and if you think that he's not good at de-escalation, you try to go up and I feel like he'll reason with you. He'll talk to you if you're not excited.
The second he seen me, he turned his head.
Yeah, when we first pulled up, I know that he knew there was going to be some confrontation when he saw you.
That wasn't. If he would have just made an appointment with me and actually keep it this time.
Well, I feel like he thinks the appointment's going to be a bunch of yelling and stuff. So I feel like if you guys could just calm down, both of you, and just talk calmly.
I've been trying to.
All right, just like we're talking right now.
Right, that's why I said I've been trying to.
Let's just try that next time. And if he starts getting hot at you, stay calm. And just see where it goes. I guarantee he'll reason with you. I think he feels like you're another hater out there, which I mean, you probably have reason to be upset. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. You know what I mean? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know either side. You know your side. He knows his. I don't know.
I've got documented proof that, you know, like as loud as I'm talking right now. Does this sound like we're at a ball game and I'm yelling?
No.
Yeah. See, this is my disorderly conduct. He threatened me with arrest walking behind him, filming you guys, and I was this far away from where the vehicle is. Yeah. And he turned around and even told me, this guy here will take care of me. Yeah. He'll get me. So he pointed out one of his friends on the side of the road and said, he'll take care of me for him. So that's a threat. He straight up said it on film. And that's another thing that's stupid. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't appreciate his job. He doesn't need to be in that job. He's a tyrant. If he doesn't like you and you're under his skin, period. And the reason he don't like me is because there was a camera guy down here that went by the name of Civic Duty that was down here recording him. Well, I had no idea who that guy even was, but he threatened me and Civic Duty the same day with trespass for going into a building trying to exercise our rights to access public records. That, you know, you should be able to go walk into that courthouse right now, and I grant it, not going into the courtroom unless you get permission from the judge, you know, because in was it 2021, I think it was, or 13. Anyway, Supreme Court already done ruled, you know what I mean? They have to give us access to the film and all that stuff. So I don't understand what's the sense, you know what I mean? If I could FOIA request all that film and all that audio from every courtroom, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can FOIA request that and post it to the internet. What's the difference if I walk in with my camera? Especially if I'm only recording my case.
Yeah.
You know, trying to record my own case. They won't let me. I've put in FOIA request after FOIA request after Freedom of Information Act, and they don't care. They keep denying me. They keep turning the microphones off me when I try to speak at the town meetings to let the mayor and the county council and the city councils and everybody know what's happening. They turn the mics off on me. That's viewpoint discrimination, one. You know, Fourth Amendment violations when they're asking me to give up my personal information to speak at a public meeting in the town I live in. I mean, think about it. I mean, I don't know your name, you don't know mine. I mean, but my name is Rick, you know. But anyway, yeah. See, and that's another. My birth certificate literally says Rick. My social security card says Rick. And these bastards keep. You heard that one when you drove off. Okay, Ricky, and just straight stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that I've been talking about.
Disrespect.
And they do it purposely because they know
I heard
he's
you-
not getting on
I'm
them.
gonna say this. I want to see both sides. You know,
Right.
I'm neutral at this. I mean, I really don't know either side, so I like to say my opinion is neutral. But I heard you say some disrespectful things to him as a sheriff, even though whatever it is, he's the sheriff. So you might be upset and you have your reasons and stuff. But I feel like if you're gonna come at him like that, he's gonna not really take anything you have to say.
Right, but the only time I ever come at them, any of them like that, we just had a couple good conversations down there.
But
The
like-
guy that was on the
but like you said
on
earlier,
the scooter.
You had no right to talk to my wife the way you did. So.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
you
somebody from
apologize.
the general public, and that was why I apologize.
I
Like I
get
said,
it,
she's
I
not
get
a public official.
Right.
In the heat of the moment type deal, I was trying to direct that at him, but I didn't.
I get it. But
And
I understand you feel like probably the
I
whole
was
thing
going to
was
apologize
against
immediately
you.
the second said it, but he was still standing there. That's why I wanted to wait till he was gone.
Well, like I say, I feel like if you treat him with respect, he's going to treat you
I've
with
tried.
respect.
I can't give him any more respect.
You say you can't, but if you want
his
to talk
respect's
to him,
out the window.
if you want to talk to him and have a conversation with him like we're doing, you need to like take a, calm down a little, and then
I'm calm. That's why I said
You are now.
I've been calm. Believe me, I've been calm the whole time.
Yeah.
Everybody freaks out and they're like, no, I grew up in Detroit. It's just the way I speak, and
Sure.
I'm more blunt. I get stern with things.
Yeah,
But no, believe me, I'm not angry.
I feel like you.
I mean, I'm upset for everything that they've done to me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm angry at him because of that situation.
Right.
You know, but not angry enough to where like I want to beat him down or any of that other stuff. But I'm gonna see him in a cell. He's gonna. I'm gonna either that or I'm gonna take qualified immunity from him. Definitely. He's already done violated enough law to, and all these other lawsuits he's already got on.
What law? Just offhand, what do you know about that?
Hell, he's violated my Fourth Amendment. He's violated my First Amendment. He's threatened me with arrest trying to get public records. They deny me public records all the time. They don't take any reports of crimes. I had a vehicle stolen 15 years ago. To this day, I've still never heard from any officer in charge of stolen vehicles. I don't know. List can go on and on and on and on and on. I've got video upon video upon video upon video. I just uploaded 248 videos within the past 2 days. Got cleared up everything on my phones. My phones are completely empty right now, except for these 2 videos I got on this one right now. And if you notice, look, cameras. I got cameras. Another camera in my pocket.
Yeah.
And they're all empty, ready to go. Every one of them. The smallest hard drive I got on me right now is 500 gig. So I told you how much film I'm going to get today.
What kind of construction do you do?
Everything.
Yeah.
Anything inside or outside a house.
I do concrete work. That's something I did for several years.
Who you do concrete for?
Well, I did for Benny Reynolds for 12 years. Now I work for the city of Carmel, and I've been there for almost.
Oh, so you're doing a lot of commercial concrete then?
Yeah, off and on, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do a whole lot of. I mean, I've done a lot, a bunch of commercial when I lived in Florida, but I ain't really done a whole lot.
Talking to you, man.
All right, I appreciate it. What was your name?
Ralph.
Ralph?
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
All right. Serious. No disrespect, but
I respect you, sir.
Huh?
I respect you.
I mean, you ain't got to respect me or anything.
We all love you.
I love you guys too. No, but serious though, I mean, like I said, just don't let nobody violate your rights, man. That's all I'm kind of getting at, you know what I mean?
Robert has the license. Wait. We'll come back. We'll come back.
You know, those were Custard's last words. Those were Custard's last words. All right, you guys have a great day. All right, like I said, man, no disrespect, man. Like I said, I just heat of the moment. That dude right there, man. He's just just a royal prick, you know.
Yeah, we all get
I mean, because think about it. Like I said, you know what I mean? If I stole your guns, you know what I mean? If I stole your rifles, stole your pistols and stuff, and then stole all your construction tools, and I'm talking construction tools. I'm talking nail guns, ladders, you know, walk picks. I mean, everything.
I do that too.
I mean, you know, and then he's the sheriff, and then say, you know, you go to him and you try to make a report, and he tells you to come back in 2 weeks and make a report.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be pissed off?
I would.
Yeah. You know, and I'm like, I keep trying to explain to him, you know, I'm like, he thinks I hate cops, man, and literally, man, my son is a lieutenant.
Yeah.
You know, I do not hate cops at all. Far from it. You know, I hate dirty cops.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I hate dirty cops, and he's a dirty cop. You know, until he starts honoring that oath, he's a dirty cop. You know what I mean? And it's just the way it is. I mean, just he wants to change my mind. He's gonna have to start honoring that oath.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in that position, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
You know, and what messes me up too the most is just because Supreme Court ruled that they don't have to help us, doesn't mean he shouldn't help us. You know what I mean? And on top of that too, I don't know if you know, also the Supreme Court also ruled they can lie to you, but you can't lie to them. If you lie to them, it's a felony. They lie to you, it's business.
That's crazy.
Right. You know, that's why I said, and you know, just they say I'm out here constantly just rolling around here just recording them. I'll be out riding around. I record everything from the time I leave my house to the time I get back. And mainly because I've got a little bit of a memory deal. I got hit by a car when I was 7 years old, so I was in a body catching my neck down. So memory type stuff. So that's another reason. You know, so I've got everything. I've got all my laws and everything in here. I mean everything. I mean, and each one of my phones have all my laws. You know, so that's why I said so. Well, all our laws. And they keep saying, "Oh, he's just trying to gain a lawsuit." Well, I've been recording for 8.5, almost 9 years, ever since this crap has started with me, and I'm not getting nothing done. And everybody's like, "Oh, he's just looking for likes, clicks on that." You'll hear me say all my videos, I don't care about the likes, I don't care about the clicks. People, you know, like when the cops started playing music, I'm like, dude, I'll play my own music. I'm like, and then played my own music, and I don't know, you was in one of the cars, wasn't you?
Oh no, I just been walking.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you heard me when I was walking past them and stuff, man, that's what I said, they had the music playing, so I started playing mine.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I don't care about the music, dude. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not trying to make money off these videos. I'm only trying to get the attention out there. And he don't realize, you know, he keeps making that comment, yeah, you know, I only got so many people looking at these right now. But, you know, if you know anything about any of the auditors or not, you know, there's a channel that's called Here's the Deal. You know, so if you know anything about that channel alone, that channel's got quite a few 100,000 subscribers, you know. So he don't realize that if that was your channel and you just shared me to your couple 100,000 subscribers, I don't care if I got 1,000 subscribers or not. Now I got a couple 100,000 people who just now seen your video, you know. And I'm friends with over 500 different auditors. I mean, and famous auditors. And a lot of them are getting ready to come down here. A couple of them have already been down here. Yeah, one of them, he was on his way to help me to do some speaking for me, so I don't cuss and. I'll be honest, I'm trying to do the cussing deal. I am really trying to cut it out. That's why I didn't cuss him as much as I did, and everything I did say to him up there was constitutionally protected, and he threatened me with arrest like 4 or 5 different times from Broad Street all the way to here. You know, I'm like, yeah, it's stupid. I mean, because, you know, Glick versus Cunniff, you know, right there alone says you can record these guys in the course of the duty. You know, there's Houston versus Hill. There's just so many laws.
This is my car.
That's the channel.
Mr. Monster could be this.
Type the @ symbol and Bad Cop 67. Okay. And then right now there's a few videos on there.
That's what it will be.
What I said the night that I got arrested, I was making a comment. This woman come up and violated my rights to film and kept screaming at me and yelling at me, and cussing me out, threatening to lay hands on me, all kinds of stupid shit. Well, if you're out filming, you know, like right now I'm filming. If you started blocking my video camera and doing all kinds of shit like that, it's a 4th Amendment and a First Amendment violation. You can go to jail for that shit. So I'm sitting there and I asked her, I said, you know what the Bain Act is? I said, First Amendment violation, any of that? I said, you know, freedom of press. She went, I'm not touching you. I went, I was like, nope. I was like, no. I was like, but after about a half hour, 40 minutes, she was like, well, I'm calling law. I'm like, well, go for it, Karen. And I was like, now, hopefully they'll come and explain to you that what I'm doing is constitutionally protected. You know, and I was recording an ambulance, a fire truck, and a paramedic vehicle. They stated in court that I was recording children. Look at my video. Not one child is recorded. You'll hear me even saying people coming out of the house, we're going to go around the other way so we don't see anybody going into the ambulance. Because I don't record that. I'm only there for the public officials. That's it. I see a computer open, should be closed. You know what I mean? It's, your personal information could be on there. You know what I mean? I don't know you. You don't know me. I see your personal information. If I was a thief or a crook, you know what I mean? That's giving up that's Fourth Amendment violation, and also HIPAA. You know, so you got 2 violations right there that are, and one of them is federal. You know, well, they're both technically federal, but it's just like I said, it's just the whole ordeal of it. You know what I mean? We pay them to follow the law. You know what I mean? They don't get special privileges. We don't pay them to have those special privileges. You know what I mean? If I can't talk on a cell phone going down the road, you can't talk on a cell phone going down the road. I can't play on a computer going down the road because of distracted driving. You can't play on one. If I gotta wear a seatbelt, you gotta wear a seatbelt. You know what I mean? If I have to have plates on my vehicle, you gotta have plates on your vehicle. You know? There's vehicles, 4 of those vehicles right now that just went through here are driving and got expired tags. One of them's expired for over 2.5 years.
Oh, really?
And that's another thing I'm pissed off about. They just impounded a vehicle that I had to pay almost $500 to get out of the impound, plus a $165 fine. The fine was because my driver's license was expired and I didn't know it. The BMV took away my driver's license because I got a state ID to catch a $10,000 check and didn't tell me they'd take away my driver's license. So for 10 years, I've been driving around with no fucking driver's license and had no clue. You know, until I got pulled over recently, and he goes, "Well, you're expired." I was like, "What?" He goes, "You're expired." He goes, "It says the DMV says you don't even have a license." I was like, "What do you mean I ain't got a license?" He goes, "No." He goes, "It says you're expired. You don't have a license." And I was like, "So what are we gonna do?" He goes, "Well, you could get a ticket." And I was like, "All right." So I was sitting there. All of a sudden he comes back and he goes, "Yeah, these plates are expired 2 days," and then he impounded the vehicle.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So these guys are running around doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
If you know anything about parking, yellow curbs, no parking, no stopping, no standing, no sitting, none of that shit. The only time anybody can park, I don't care who it is, for any kind of yellow curbs, like if somebody come up here, it better be a fire, it better be structural, electrical, you know what I mean? Something that's infrastructure. I mean, it's got to be, and that even then it has to be an emergency situation. The only time someone's allowed to park on these sidewalks that are painted yellow. Judges are up there parking on them. Prosecutors are parking on them. You know, it's just everybody. You know what I mean? So they're breaking the law. So basically, it's one rule for thee, you know, and not for them. And so that's what I'm trying to draw out. You know what I mean? If we're going to have transparency and we're going to follow the law, we're going to follow the law. That's what I keep trying to tell them. One of them told me ignorance of the law was no excuse. So I went and downloaded a Black's Law book. And he's right. There's a lot of, these guys don't know the law. Ask any one of them what the First Amendment is, the first 5 elements of the First Amendment. Not every one of them. Every time I ask them, "Oh, I don't want to argue." How is that an argument?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if it's your job, you swear an oath. I don't know if you've ever sworn an oath, but I have. You know, I've had to sign Secrecy Act papers and stuff like that for different jobs I've done, so I've had to swear those. And I took it serious. I mean, it just, you can't have rules for you and not me. You know what I mean? Especially, like I said, you know, we don't pay you to have extra granted rights. The badge definitely doesn't give you extra rights. And that's, at 58 years old, man, I ain't got time for bullshit no more.
I get that.
You know? What's your name?
Noah.
Noah, I'm Rick.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
But like I said, but think it. Now imagine, you know, you told me Noah. Now imagine if I started calling you anything but that.
Yeah.
Be a little disrespectful. Right, it gets annoying. You know, 1 or 2 times, you correct somebody. As a man, you know, you figure, you know what I mean? Call me what I want to be called. Don't just, these guys, I don't know if you heard him when he pulled out, "Hey, Ricky!" Just that waving bullshit. They don't get it. You know, and what's messed up is that same cop that did that is the same jailer at the jail who threw me in with that ex-police officer last time I got arrested. Trying to get me beat up. That's their shit. That's what he's trying to do. That's why he thought by throwing me in there with a bunch of murderers and rapists and shit that was going to back up, but he don't realize. Like I said, I'm highly trained. You know, I mean, as you see, I'm walking around with, you know, martial art weapons all the time.
Hey, it's nice meeting you, Rick.
All right, good.
I'll be praying for your suspicion.
Right, that's where I know you. You know Brandon Hughes?
No.
I know you from one of the churches. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Anyway, Rick Walton, hit me up on Facebook.
That sounds good, dude.
And then same thing, like I said, the Bad Cop 67. Check it out. Like I said,
I'll be praying for your situation, okay?
Yes, thank you. Definitely. Yes, definitely. Like I said, I am trying to cut the cussing. I mean,
we all struggle with stuff. You know?
I know. I've been cussing for so long. It's sometimes it's just normal, you know what I mean? And I don't realize I'm cussing. And then someone like, "Man, you just said like fuck like 12 times," and I'm like, "Did I?" I'm like, "Wasn't paying attention." I'm like, I grew up in Detroit, you know, only only white kid out of 4,000 blacks, and
Hey, that explains.
right. All right, you have a great day. Sproles is picking him up over there. He ain't coming over here to pick him up because I'm still standing here. Threatened me with arrest. Dude has clearly bumped his fucking head. Across the street over here, go over to that bench. I got a couple of hoodies on. I'm gonna take them off and strap them to my I got one of the police fucking patches. Sproles was straight gonna, that motherfucker was straight gonna take it from me. He was straight gonna take that out of my fucking hand. I was like, I don't think so. That other dude was like, here, you want one of these? I said, yes, I do. I said, thank you. Stuck it in my pocket. Sproles was like, no, don't give that to him. And then admitted straight out, he's the one that put me in the Marion County jail. And every time I go to his jail, if I ever get locked up again, he's gonna make sure no matter what the charge is, I'm going to Marion County. It's a violation. He just admitted he don't give a fuck about his job, that he's gonna use his authority of his job and his badge to violate my rights. Hey, Don. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. That's cool shit. I like that one.
We got better back then. We got moving ramps with cars jumping it.
Right? Oh. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. He said he was just testing you out your shocks. County Commissioner. I waved at him just now. I'll bring him this video of his tyrant sheriff threatening me with his friend.
predatory greed. If we don't unite, this might not be the land of the free for much longer. Rights getting strict real fast while we fight each other, cause they want us just like that. We're so divided by race, religion, color, and class. Now it's who doesn't motherfucking wear a mask, and the virus is real, but it's seeming like they planned it. The way they're using it to their political advantage. I don't claim to have the answers, but I'm telling you what, Bill Gates is mad as us. Sketchy as fuck. 2020 been some shit. Fucking life got crazy. Bunch of trolls looking for someone to type at angry. Y'all just hate on everybody. It's just like that lately. I got a auntie named Karen. She's a nice ass lady. And I thought I was a liberal for most of my life. But holy Christ, you fucking lefties have been colder than ice. And I can't believe I'm saying it. Honestly, I hate the shit, but I got more in common with Trump supporters and Reaganists than fake bums. Canceling everyone. We say one thing y'all don't like and our fucking career's done. No more open dialogue or conversation at all. No debate or discussion. What can I say? I'm appalled. Cause if we're not allowed to talk or fucking have an opinion without you sensitive bitches enforcing public crucifixions, then we're all fucked. So this is me speaking my piece. Shit, I would go now shooting for my freedom of speech. And that's the first two amendments loaded in one clip, aiming at this broke political system we're stuck with. They got all our phones tapped, so let them listen to this. Y'all recording? Suck my motherfucking dick, bitch. Here we go again. Here we go again. Wrong thought. Here we go again. Here we go again. Wrong thought. Here we go again. Here we go again. Wrong thought. Here we go again. Here we go again. This motherfucker Joe Biden, you dementia-ridden geriatric people puppet piece of dog shit, old lying son of a bitch. Do y'all really think he's the answer? They gotta pump him full of drugs so we can speak on a camera. And them dumb boomer Chuck Schumer calling the shots. Saw him pull up just the other day and park in the lot. Went to say hi and realized that this guy is such a fucking pussy that he wore a fucking N95 while he drives. And Pelosi, the evil golden girl with their cronies, Alan Omar and AOC, all of you can blow me, and Kamala Harris too. I'll run a train on the whole fucking crew. No, Scott Wiener, not including you. Weird shit going on. I mean, Epstein just lame, missing pizza in his phone. I don't know. I'm just saying, I just keep my shit 100%. So if you doubt me, you must be getting your statistics from Anthony Fauci. He supported Joe and Hillary after they stole the primary from him. You must be kidding me, Bernie. What the fuck with you? Where's your fucking integrity? You can't go from standing for something to standing with the enemy. Well, fuck you, Chris. Now that's enough of the blue. Let's get to aiming at the red. Someone bring in Ted Cruz. You're just so damn punchable. Borderline fully unlovable. Even your daughter avoids hugging you. Who else? Mike Pence, who's obsessed with his wife. So I consensually had sex with her twice the other night. Told me she ain't had the dick in weeks. So I fucked her on your pile of Bibles, Mike. She really is a religious freak.
That is just completely inappropriate.
Mitch McConnell, you are the literal definition of not having a face for television. Please wear a mask. Keep that fucking shit hidden. You look like a guy who shouldn't be in the presence of children.
Wait, did someone say children?
Easy does it, Bill. You and Hillary chill. Justice is coming for you still. Because one day the world will see the truth. That's a bet. I just hope I'm here to see it. You ain't murdered me yet. And see, in this Donald Trump, this motherfucker been on one. A chance to say the right thing, he goes and says the wrong one. When there's a chance to unite us, he instead derides us even more with the stupid shit that he says. And I can't stand it. His environmental policy makes George fucking W look like he's Captain Planet. Rolling regulations back, setting back, clean air and water, all to put big business on a better track. While the animals suffer, so do we. The rich leave a little money while they poison you and me. So gee, is he the lesser or greater of two evils? Or is he really trying to drain the swamp and help the people? Ask me, I don't even fucking know anymore. I feel like the politicians just a pawn on the board, jumping right in the flank. So until I stay corrected, I'll be saying fuck every politician that's been elected. Hey man, ignorance is worse. Even Google's in on it. I can't trust my own search. They treat us like sheep, they're wolves in the dark. Playing with our lives and our minds and our hearts. We've been living in the matrix in our direction. Evil algorithms altering all our perceptions. What do I know? And what the fuck do you know? Shit, we're all just confused trying to find what's true. So I say I'm right about everything that I said. Don't really want people dead, but fuck, this shit is so messed up, but so wrong, and my only way to process it is put it in a song, cause all I got some people in the bag, and my phone first
Is anyone there? Hello? Jill? Oh, damn it, Jill, how do I use this stupid phone? Next message. Hey, Chris. Trump here. Donald Trump, the president. Anyways, I heard your song. Terrible stuff. Really terrible. I think it's tremendously important that I remind you that I, Donald Trump, am probably, most likely, but definitely...
You know, the people are mad at you.
And you're just a loser, right? I lied about having sex.
Dick.
I forgot you were standing right next to me. Anyways, God bless America. My America. Raw thoughts, motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't want to do it. I feel like I got to. Good morning, America. Time to get to waking up. We've never all at once been confronted with so much crazy stuff. We should be able to find the truth, but they make it tough. You think the news would tell you, but most of that they've been making up. For anyone who's good, there's a John Wilkes Booth. All the Jedi's lying dead, while the Sith roll. I can't hide myself. Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who would never ever... Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling...
When I do that, Soulja Boy,